Hi guys, this is Ms. Hong. Today is June 10th, Wednesday. So yesterday you did your homework and there was a question about number 7 and 8. So that was challenging problem, guys. Actually, this is like normally you will get this question on algebra 2, but I know you're super good, so I just give you this question. But anyway, I'm gonna go over this one. Right? And it says find the possible value of a such that this one has two real roots. So this is the keyword, two real roots. Then what is that? When you see two real roots, then your discriminant supposed to be what? Positive, right? So that's supposed to be positive. So what do? We just find discriminant. So let's do the discriminant here. So my A is A, my B is 3, my C is 5, right? So my discriminant, that is B squared minus 4AC, right? So B, which is 3, so 3 squared minus 4AC, right? So I just put the numbers, then you get 9 minus 20A, right? 9 minus 28. And we want to make my discriminant is positive. So I want to get positive number. And what did it ask? Find a possible value, right? So you're just getting one possible value that makes your 9 minus 28 positive. So think about it, guys. If your A is positive value, so let's what about 1? So if I have 1 for A, then what happened? That'll be 9 minus 20. So not, right? So that'll be negative number. So negative 1 works, right? So if A is negative 1, then that'll be 9 plus 20, which is 29. Which is 29, and that's positive, right? So your one possible value could be negative 1. So like this, you can have any possible value, but also if you want to get all the value that satisfy this condition, then you can solve this inequality here. You know how to solve the inequality, right? So 9 minus 20A is greater than 0. So we do plus 20A plus 20A, right? So you get 9 greater than 20A, right? And you divide it by 20. Divided by 20, right? Then you will get 9 over 20. So if A is anything less than 9 over 20, then the equation will have two real roots. Okay? So either one. So the question just asks you one possible value, so you could have this or you could have this inequality value. Okay? And number 2, actually that was number 8 on your homework. So that one, find the possible value of A such that this has one real root. So one real root, then what? When you want to get one real root, then that's D equals 0, right? When your discriminant is 0, then you get one real root. So B and C and A, right? So B squared minus 4AC, that is equal to 0, right? So that's 144 minus 48A equals 0, right? So that one will be 144 equals 48A, like this. And to get my A, you just divide it by 48. So 144 over 48. And when you simplify the number, then that is like 3, right? So that will be 3. So A equals 3. That's the answer for number 2. Right? So that was the homework review. And guys, you know what? I don't have battery on my iPad. Let me see. So let's go quickly. All right. So this is today. We will actually by the discriminant. You're learning new topics right? And then today I'm gonna combine all the quadratic functions properties together. All right, so look at this table, guys. Look at this table. Then we learned three different form, right? Remember, we learned three different form. So standard, vertex, and factored form. So we learned this three different format of the function, right? So f of x's standard form is ax squared plus bx plus c, right? That's the standard form. And vertex form, it looks like this, a x minus h squared plus k, right? And factored form, that is a x minus r x minus s. So that is like factor form. And this a, right? This a decides your graphs opens up or down, right? A decides the shape, open up or down. And guys, from each form, you're supposed to find x-intercepts and y-intercepts and vertex. And from the vertex, you can also get what? You can also get axis of symmetry, right? You can also get axis of symmetry, which is your x-coordinate, and you can also get your maximum or minimum, right? From your y-coordinate of the vertex. So you can also get this too from vertex, right? So let's look at this. From the standard form, to get x-intercepts, right? To get x-intercepts. So x-intercepts looks like something r comma 0, right? So your y value is 0. So you just set f of x equals 0. So that means just like you make it 0 like that. Then when you look at this part only, then that's just what? Quadratic equation. That's why we spend so much time on quadratic equation. Alright? So from the standard form, to get your x-intercepts, you set it 0, and what? You solve a quadratic equation and get zeros by factoring or quadratic formula. Alright? So you're getting the solution by factoring or quadratic formula. And then what about vertex form? From the vertex form, it's the same thing. You set your equation 0. So you set it equal to 0, right? And then you solve a quadratic equation by what? Taking square root, because this is what? Vertex form. We learned about taking square root, right? So you do minus k divided by a, and after that you take the square root, positive, negative, right? It's the same thing. So you're solving quadratic equation by taking square roots, alright? And factored form. When you get factored form, you don't have to do anything, right? So you just set it 0, but you know what? It's already factored form, so you can just change the sign. So R0, S0. Then you will get your x-intercepts, right? So that was about x-intercepts. And the y-intercepts. Y-intercept is what? That's 0, like whatever. 0, comma, p. So your y-intercept looks like this. So we substitute 0 into x, right? And we just simplify that. But when you get standard form, your c is what? Your c is y-intercept, because when you put 0 into x, you lose this, you lose this. You just have c, right? So c, 0, c, then that's your y-intercept. And from the vertex form, you just put 0 into x, right? And simplify the number. Same here, you put 0 into x and simplify the number, then you will get y-intercept. And when you write the y-intercept, you should have 0 comma something. 0 comma something. Alright? And then to get the vertex form, to get the vertex, right? So from the standard form, what did we do, guys? We did negative b over 2a, right? Remember? Negative b over 2a, and whatever number you get from here, we put it back to the function. So I just write it f of this number, so that means what? This one means plug in to the function, right? So you plug into the function the number, alright? Then you will get the vertex. We've practiced this one a lot, right? Getting vertex from the standard form, right? Negative b over 2a, and you put it back. And from the vertex form, you can just get your vertex directly. You're not doing anything, right? So you just get h, k, right? Make sure your sign, you need to take opposite sign, all right? And then factored form, So you got when you get factor form, then we did this one. We are getting midpoint of the zeros because it looks like that, and your vertex will be in the middle, right? So your zeros, which is RS, so you add and divide it by 2. So we are getting midpoint of that. So once you get this point, what? You put it back. So that's why I put f of r plus s over 2. So that means what? Plug in to the function. So that value, whatever you get from here, you put it in. You put it into the function, into x, right? You put it into x. Then you will get your y coordinate of the vertex. Okay. And guys, we have practice over here, but I'm gonna do the practice on my second video because I'm afraid you're gonna be turned off. Alright, so I'll be back on the second video, guys.